Welcome back. In an unusual move this week in the Michael Flynn case, the presiding judge appointing retired federal judge John Gleeson to argue against the DOJ's motion to dismiss charges. But just 8 years ago, that same judge argued against denying the government from dropping a case, writing it would be an abuse of discretion to deny that motion. Here to discuss, former Whitewater independent counsel and Fox News contributor Judge Ken Starr. Judge Starr, thanks for taking time to join us this morning.
My pleasure. Good to be with you.
Ken, tell me, what is it that Judge Emmett Sullivan is doing that he believes John Gleeson, this respected retired federal judge and former Brooklyn prosecutor, to come in now?
Yes, it's inappropriate. I think it's unlawful. In our system of government, the decision of whether to prosecute and to drop a prosecution is in
ways. As we look forward with this, if you were the attorney for James Comey or Peter Strzok or Mr. Brennan, would you be worried about possible criminal charges?
Yeah, I would. This is extraordinarily serious misconduct that has been exposed. And if I'm looking at this case, really the only thing I look at and say, who's going to be fired, who's going to lose their law license, and who should be criminally indicted. This is crystal clear misconduct by the prosecutors. And the question becomes, who's policing the police and who's policing the DOJ?
In specifically, when you say misconduct, you're referring to what that the FBI did.
Specifically, what the FBI did with respect to Michael Flynn was they set out under the pretext of trying to get him to lie under oath.
Come on, Andrew, how many times does the FBI go in to set perjury traps? It's why lying to the FBI is a crime. It's one of their tried and true methods. It's why you don't talk to the FBI.
You've handled a number of these cases. What do you make of this new release of all of these transcripts, the notes we found the week before, texts, all kinds of things that now are raising a lot of questions from people about the Flynn prosecution and the Russia investigation?
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to figure out what exactly constitutional deprivation was there? What is the crime that people think, Barack Obama and Joe Biden are going to be prosecuted under? To be clear, and this is using the words of President Trump and his lawyers for the last 3 years, any sitting president can get any classified information they want. According to Donald Trump, they can launch any investigation they want. They can tell the FBI to pursue only particular individuals. This is not me saying it. This is what Donald Trump's been saying for 3 years. This was their argument during the Mueller probe. This was their argument during the impeachment investigation, that the president has this kind of authority. So what did we find out? That Barack Obama was aware that about intelligence intercepts on the Russian ambassador when he was talking with General Flynn, that there had just been an attack on our election a couple months earlier. We were still dealing with the fallout of Russian election interference in 2016. There was a concern about a counterintelligence problem with Michael Flynn, and they had a discussion. I'm shocked. I can't believe they had that conversation. What is the crime?
Obamagate. It's been going on for a long time. It's been going on from before I even got elected. And it's a disgrace that it happened.
What is the crime exactly that you're accusing him of?
You know what.
With me now to break this down from the Heritage Foundation, Hans von Spakovsky. Hans, good to see you.
Hi, Liz. Good to see you, too.
All right, Hans, Biden's name was on the list of Obama administration officials who requested the unmasking of General Flynn's name. January 17th, Vice President Joseph R. Biden. React to that.
I'm just really surprised to hear that because, the vice president, why would he be getting intelligence reports about Michael Flynn, the incoming national security advisor for President Trump? The vice president's on his way out. I wouldn't think that would be any of his concern, particularly because he doesn't have any direct supervision over either the intelligence agencies or the FBI.
It also contradicts Biden's own words. He said, I believe this week, that he wasn't involved at all in this plot to frame Michael Flynn. And then he corrected himself and said, he knew about it, but he still wasn't involved. It seems to me he was very involved if he requested the unmasking of Flynn's name.
Yeah, that's why the information that Grinnell, the acting director of national intelligence, the information that he has sent over to the attorney general's office about the unmasking, we